All right, and welcome to the Nexus, our weekly gathering here on Google Plus and on where's my camera? I'm supposed to be on here, and on Facebook and on Rumble and on X. Welcome to the program tonight. Glad to have you here. Trying to get the background off, but apparently it doesn't want to happen today, so we just won't. You won't be able to see me. I don't know what to do. Here we go. We'll try the auto. There you'll work. Okay.
Hey.
How you doing? Rosalie is
Hi.
here. You can't see her. I don't have the sock puppet, the Rosalie puppet Muppet ready yet, but we'll get there. I promise. We'll get you on here one way or another.
Dude, I had to renew my driver's license, and the picture I took, I look like a fucking Cabbage Patch Kid.
Oh, well, that's cute.
Oh, I don't want to be cute. I'm 66 years old. And I look cute. Yeah, okay. Yeah. When it comes in next week, I'll shoot you a picture.
Okay. I'll be sure to give the proper response.
Yeah.
So, welcome to the Nexus. We take time out for Torah, take time out to talk, and invite you to join the conversation. In fact, right now, we're going to put over here in the live chat, we're going to have a link that you can join. This is going to go out to all the platforms that'll allow us to post it. This little link we're giving you here is it'll say Rumble Studio. That is us. That's where you want to go. That'll get you in the room. All you need is a camera, or excuse me, a microphone. You don't have to have a camera. Right. Microphones help. You know, we had Jacob on last week. That was great. I think it was Jacob, was it?
Yeah. Thank you, Jake. Yeah.
And that was great. And subscribe to his channel as well. Also, we've got over here, Rosalie's posted the link to this week's Parsha. We're wrapping up Genesis. We're wrapping up Bereshit this year in this week's cycle of Torah readings, and some great stuff and some prophetic stuff as well. We'll get to that. But first, I'm just going to go into it and talk about the lovely things we have going on out west out here. Okay, we'll just start it out with something kind of fun here for a second. Here we go. First meme of the week. Candace Owens looking for Jewish links to wildfires, but magnifying glass keeps starting more fires. I know I should. It's terrible. It's terrible stuff. I know, but I'm a child, so we'll have to deal with it here. Let's get another one here. Of course, I had to get this one on. I wanted to get on last week. I didn't know where I put it on the computer.
I like that.
This is everything right here. This is wokeness in America and Europe.
Yeah.
Something because I'm just sick. I'm a sick human being, and I'm not proud, but I have fun. Empty glasses of Kool-Aid. I don't know if you get that. That's some funny stuff, huh? But I don't know if you've noticed, Rosalie, that the mayor has been rather talkative and has embraced the media and her people. No, not really. No, this is a tweet. Okay, this isn't an actual tweet by Mayor Bass, but she was silent when asking why all of her fire hydrants were empty. And well, you know, this is this is L.A. Now, I'd say at least the southern half of California right there, summed up in one honest picture.
Right.
For those of you who don't know, they decided to cut millions on millions to the LA Fire Department, hired a DEI hire and a member of the alphabet community, and decided to put all her efforts into that. Filled absolutely no reservoirs used by fire hydrants to, you know, put fires out. And the state's burning to the ground. Rosalie, before we went live, we were talking about this. Is you don't have a whole lot of sympathy. Kind of like me, you're not exactly sympathetic to it. To what's happening out there.
To some extent, I don't want any Jews to die, and I want them to be safe, flat out. One in particular, I've been trying to locate Rabbi Rabs and have not been able to do so. So I know he's over in the southern area towards Malibu, and I want to make sure that if he needs money, I can shoot him some if he needs to bug out, but I can't find him. So I'm putting it out there, Rabs. I'm looking for you. If you need help, get on Facebook and message me.
Yeah, me too. I don't know if you're on Facebook, but there's James the Idol Smasher at gmail.com. No, nobody likes losing their houses, and I'm not one of these. That I heard some people griping, and all these rich people griping they're losing their homes. Like, well, it's their homes where their families live. It's not the rich or poor thing that gets me. It's the attitude of the place. It's this place. They've been for what, 40, 50 years since the hippies. They have set fire to that state every year. Every year they set fire to California. This is not a statistic natural event. Smokey Bear, 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. That means 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented. They've been burning this state down every year. Every year. 45 years, 50 years maybe, since the hippies went. Do we have this many wildfires happening before it was settled by the hippies? Just asking.
Hey, you know what? You know what it did happen? It got the homeless shitters off the street.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Now they can come shit on places outside of LA.
That's right. Sorry, I had to throw that in there.
That's okay.
I don't know what brought that to my mind, but it did.
You want this. This is what you wanted. This is exactly what you people wanted. It's what you've wanted over and over. You know that state's going to burn this year, and this is what you chose. And now LA's seeing the biggest wildfires it's ever seen. 17,000 acres, I think. 5 lives so far lost. They're just bulldozing cars out of the way just to get people out.
What is it in Pasadena? I think, or where was it? Or that's not right. Somewhere.
There's a couple of them. There's a few fires.
Cities. Yeah, one of the little cities had it.
All the footage of the homeless people. You mentioned homeless people. There's a lot of footage out there of homeless people starting fires, like trying to get fires going in the grass and stuff. They found them. It's there. It's it's not a conspiracy theory. But yeah, y'all wanted your DEI. You wanted this. You pushed for it. You voted that Newsom. That dude makes Trudeau look masculine. Okay.
Yeah, no kidding. I know.
Good gravy. He's our Trudeau. There's that man right there. And some people still applaud him.
Yeah.
But yeah, he and this mayor was just, when they said, do you regret cutting millions in funding to the LA Fire Department last year? And she's silent. So can you talk about, none of the reservoirs being filled for the hydrants? Silent. Wouldn't answer.
Nope. Ooh, I just had a thing. Gee, that's a hell of a way to drop property values, you know it?
Isn't that what they did in Maui too? And the governor wants to get up all the Maui land too. The government said, well, the government should own all this, take charge of it, make sure that it's neat, huh? What are they do in California? We'll see.
Yeah, well,
we'll see. All I know is this.
I do feel bad for the innocents, but you know what? With all the drugs, all the trafficking, all the porn, everything, it's like, yeah, y'all been warned.
It's considered the homeless capital.
I know Gav wouldn't be too happy with me, but you know what? That's just the way it is. It is from God. I'm sorry.
I don't know if it's God's judgment. It's just this is natural. It seems natural to me. I mean, it's considered the homeless capital of the developed world. Los Angeles. Wasn't always like that.
No. Of course not.
And it's so that's all I'm going to say on that. Y'all wanted it. This is what you get. And for anybody else, let California be a cautionary tale to all those out there who think they might want to vote Democrat again for whatever non-communist reason you can come up with in your mind. Let this be a tale. All this stuff we've been pushing, all the stuff you want to push on your kids just to make this more docile to other and different kinds and all that stuff. This is what you get. You get destruction. It's going to come in many forms. Why is that? People ask the existential question. Why is all these happenings in America and in the world and these things? Well, are we keeping the 7 laws?
Exactly.
Ask yourself that question.
Oh, yeah, nope.
When you don't, there you go. So I wouldn't shed a tear if that Michelson schmuck reform so-called rabbi had his synagogue burned down. Empty, of course. Don't want anybody to burn alive. That's not very nice. There's a lot of people out there in California that probably deserve it. But since we can't sort them out in this amount of time, let's get them out, okay? I mean, the police are telling them, go ahead.
With the planetary alignment coming up, too, I think, is on Monday. This ought to get really interesting. I mean, we're going to have a fire, and then we're going to see how many earthquakes we're going to have.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, there's already been some big ones that have already hit. So I'm just waiting to see on that one, too.
I mean, this isn't even like, you can't say this is judgment from God. This is just failure of people. Well,
I'm just glad that the Tournament of Roses was over and the Pasadena parade and all that. You know.
Oh yeah.
With all those people out there, can you imagine if this would have happened back then? Oh my God. Yeah.
Police are out there now telling people in megaphone, leave your cars and run if you want to live, because they can't get people out quick enough.
Yeah.
The fire's catching up with them.
I know it. And the highway's clogged. And there's nowhere to get gas, so they're probably running out of steam on the highway.
Well, at least you got rainbows.
Yeah, there you go.
At least Canada's kind of. There's a PM in Canada that was saying, "How about we annex things too? We can annex California," and everybody claps.
Yeah.
Canadians, there's another. Trudeau's gone soon. That's nice. Mm-hmm. The roar of applause of folks in the Great White North was.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen with that, because is Prince Harry going to step in, considering they're still all the allegiance to God Save the King, and he's here. That's stuck in the back of my mind. It's like, hey, Harry, you going to go run Canada for your dad? Hey, you're already there.
No kidding, right? Or they could just, or they could just become the first, second, third, and fourth states.
That works too.
And you're going to have to give them Quebeckies their independence, because they're going to play that card. We're going to have to let them have it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, that's not
the rest of them can join us.
I'm liking Denmark. I'm liking, what is it, Iceland or Greenland? Was it Greenland?
Oh, Greenland.
Greenland. Yeah, I'm liking that a lot. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Well, we do need the Panama Canal back.
Yeah.
I love this guy. I love this Trump. He was talking about people, negotiating and making, diplomacy and making deals and trying to get things settled. And then he's like, listen, I don't want to hurt I don't want to hurt your negotiations, but if the terrorists are not back by the time I'm in office, all hell's going to break loose in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
I would like the terrorists to come home, but if that's not going to happen, I wouldn't mind seeing all hell break loose. I would not mind finally, and it won't be pretty, and it won't be as quick as I'd want it to be, because we don't use nukes on civilians anymore for some reason. I'd say nuke the whole freaking Persian area, just lay waste to that place. I mean, we keep. Fighting them back, and they still attack. They'll still send rockets. They'll still go blow up people or drive buses into people. Just eradicate the whole nation.
Mm-hmm.
The Iranians aren't going to do it, are they? No. Sadly. It's like with us, you got to let nature burn up a state, because, we can't do anything about it. Americans can't stop that from happening. We can't go over to California and tell them, knock some common sense on them. Get their head out of their alphabet rectum.
Yeah, how you like your California? Medium well? Well, hey.
I wanted a Pittsburgh. Is that what it's called? Pittsburgh, where you burn the outside of it and leave it the inside raw?
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding.
Make it moo.
Make it moo.
Yeah, scare the moo out of it. There you go.
So, yeah, I like that. I like the idea of Trump going over there and just, because they do have Americans. And does Joe Biden care?
Mm-hmm. No.
Okay, before we get into Parsha and all this, I don't know if you're aware of this, Rosalie, but President Biden awarded the Medal of Freedom to George fucking Soros.
Yeah, I know. Oh no, I'm aware of it. Why?
Anti-freedom, anti-liberty, anti-American, living sack.
Self-hating Jew. Self-hating Jew.
I'd call him that, but he ain't Jewish.
Yes, he is.
He's about as Jewish as my
Jew.
dog. He stopped being Jewish the moment the moment he sided with Hitler.
No, he's gonna pay. He'll pay.
Well, we gotta pay. Thanks to that schmuck. Jews, stay on Torah. Don't leave Torah. You guys are total jerks when you leave Torah. We don't need any more non-Torah Jews.
No.
More Torah Jews. More Torah Jews in the land of Israel. More Torah Jews in the land of Israel making shedloads of babies and writing Torah scrolls. That's what the world needs right now. Stop being atheists. Don't be a schmuck. Be good Jews. Love Hashem. Love your Torah. Because the world sucks when you don't.
Right. Don't be a schmeckle.
Don't be a schmeckle. Shlamio, Shlamazel. Shlamio, Shlamazel. I'm kidding. George freaking Soros.
Yeah. Why? Is he even an American citizen?
No.
Okay, then what the hell is he getting a medal for?
Is he even for freedom?
Yeah, okay.
Here's to Israel. Cheers.
That's right. That's L'chaim.
Thank you.
Oh.
Okay. We got an exciting Parsha.
Yes, we do. Ta-da. Vayechi.
Here we go.
Yeah, right.
Jacob said to Joseph, God Almighty appeared to me in Luz, in Canaan, and blessed me. He said to me, this is Jacob to Joseph. He said to me, I will make you fruitful and numerous, and I will make you a community of peoples, and I will give this land to your descendants after you as their permanent estate. This is, this is father to son.
Mm-hmm.
This is their permanent estate. They came home. Amos, it was the book of Amos, I believe, where he said, I will plant you in your land and you will never leave. And they've been planted and they ain't going to leave. You can either work with it, you can live with it, you can make the best of it, or, we can't take this anymore, can we? There's something else I want to talk about. There's a lot of happening in here. What you're getting is everything in Bereshit, everything in Genesis includes everything in humanity, but it's getting focused, particularly towards the end. I know everyone likes to say Abraham was the first Jew. He was not the first Jew. They say he's the first Hebrew. Okay, well, I don't even think there was there a word Hebrew when he was just Abram. I don't know.
He just changed his name. He just changed his name.
He did to Avraham. I just first Hebrew. Okay, but this is where the children of Israel and Egypt and its history. It's everything in history leading up to the point of the giving of Torah to humanity. So this is it. This is the final chapter, chapter 50. It's the last portion we read. Just something else I wanted to say. Did not want to be buried in Egypt, but I did find it interesting that he embalmed his father, that Joseph embalmed Jacob. Is that a holdover from, is that like the first sign, the crack?
That I don't know.
It would seem to me that would be something that Joseph picked up in Egypt. And because that's not a Hebrew thing. There's nothing in the Torah about embalming. You're dead. You put them in the ground before sundown.
The cave of Machpelah.
Yeah, so Jacob, Jacob went home. Jacob went back and was um, buried back in the land. But and everybody came. All of Pharaoh's courtiers and their assistants all came with Joseph to bury his father. It was a very honored people, the most backwards people to the Egyptians. If you can think of city folk and country folk, city folk are Egyptians, country folk are Hebrews. All right. With all their animals, and where would we be without our animals? Uh, some loved them, some revered them. Anyway, that's city folk to country folk, and yet when the elder died, all of Pharaoh's the royalty showed, and if that wasn't enough, Joseph also passes on at the very end of the chapter, and historically, it's known that the entire nation of Egypt attended his funeral. And we found it. We found the tomb. He was buried in a coffin in Egypt. He was embalmed and entombed. And they found the tomb, and the archaeologists, and there's a man there with a big, nice, multicolored coat. Not a man, but they found a tomb, and that was the depiction. So interesting. And something interesting about the Parsha I liked were when Jacob identifies his sons. And I always point this out every year. I guess I could point it out again now. It's pretty obvious to me from this passage from Genesis chapter 49. If you want to follow along, the link is in the description. The link is in the live chat. This is I think something that was, because we don't really know what actual Kabbalah is right now. No, Kabbalah is something we've got a wisp of it. It's like perfumed, like from a sprayer, perfume sprayer, it just kind of mists and then it just goes away. That's pretty much what we have left of Kabbalah. Be honest with you. And I love Kabbalah. I got interested in Torah from Kabbalah, but I think this is something that the Greeks might have gotten wrong on a few things, or there's something about it wasn't right, but they follow the 12 zodiological signs of the West. I haven't looked them up. I haven't compared them to the Chinese calendar. I don't know it as well, but as far as the ancient Greek calendar, foremost in rank and foremost in power is Reuben, firstborn. Showed yourself to be impetuous as water, therefore you will not be foremost, for it was as if you had mounted your father's bed. You profaned the name of God, whose presence ascended and rested upon my bed. But the strength and the foremost rank, and that's the horned. Horns are a symbol of power in the ancient world. They were talking the ram. We've got Simeon and Levi acted as partners. I've also heard it referred to as they were twins. Their skill in weapons is a craft stolen from Esau, from the Edomites. Wherever they went, they used weapons of violence. Let my soul not enter, i.e., let my name not be mentioned in the account of their progeny's conspiracy. Let my honor have no part, i.e., let my name not be mentioned in the account of their progeny's assembly. For in their anger they killed all the city of Shechem's men as easily as if they were killing just one man, and they wanted to maim Joseph, who was like a work bull. That's Simeon and Levi. And Levi become, the tribe of Levi redeemed themselves. But, who is it here? Cursed be their cage, their fears. Okay. Judah, your brothers will raise you. Your descendants will hand you, figuratively holding your neck of your fleeing enemies, and he will vanquish them. The descendants of your father's sons will now bow down to the kings who were destined to issue from you. Judah's descent will be as royal a career as a young cub, but upon assuming the throne will fight like a lion. That's why you always hear Judah and the lion. You always see Judah with the
Right.
lion. Judah was the lion's whelp.
Mhm.
Let's see. The scepter of legacy will not depart from Judah, king of the wild. All right.
Mhm.
Judah will let so of all the descendants, he says here, of everything, it's from prophecy will not stop in Israel, or how does he put it here? Hang on a minute. Regency will not depart from Judah, nor will lawgivers cease from among his descendants until the coming of Shiloh, the Messiah, before whom nations will assemble. So this is Israel explaining about who his sons will be, and this one stands out. Zebulun will dwell by seashores, will be constantly busy at its harbor. Its northern border will be Sidon, which of the zodiacal signs is a seashore-dwelling creature? That's the crab. Issachar will bear the rigors of Torah study as a strong-boned donkey bears its load, resting only between the towns among its journeys. The water-bearer. Choose a place to rest in the promised land that is good and a land that is pleasant. It will bend its shoulder to accept the burden of rigorous Torah study and thereby do its duty to the other tribes like a faithful laborer. Dan, let the tribe of Dan be to its enemies like a snake on the road, a viper in the path. Scorpio. Gad. A troop shall overcome him. He shall overcome at last. The territory tribe of Asher will come to the richest foods. The tribe will provide the king's delicacies. Joseph is a charming man, charming to the eye. The Egyptian girls used to walk along the wall in order to gaze upon his beauty. They said even men's mouths would drop when he walked by.
Yes, sir.
Kind of like Elvis.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah. Yep. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Joseph walking in Egypt, walking around, looks good. Thank you. Baruch Hashem.
Right.
Baruch Hashem.
That's right.
Anyway. So it's just neat how they link up. The tribe of Benjamin is like a wolf that grabs. In the morning, it will devour the plunder. In the afternoon, it will distribute the spoils. These are all the 12s of Israel. I think I missed a couple going back.
That's all right.
No, it's all right. It's okay. He blessed them, giving each one a blessing appropriate to what would happen to him and his tribe in the future. And then commanded them, saying, I am about to be gathered unto my people in the afterlife. Bear me with my fathers in the cave that is in the field of Ephron, the Hittite, in the field of Machpelah, facing the plains of Mamre and Canaan, the field that Abraham bought from Ephron, the Hittite, as a burial property. It's still there.
That's right.
In Hebron. Still there.
Yep.
Tomb of the matriarchs and the patriarchs. And just this past holiday, they're out there jamming. Everybody's having a blast out there. It was like a big party, a Torah party. Can you imagine the party they're going to have in Israel when Mashiach comes?
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
Pretty much.
His 40 days had passed. Joseph ordered his servants, the physicians, to embalm his father. And his 40 days passed, for that was the time required for embalming. The Egyptians mourned him for 70 days. So you could be a city folk and like country stuff. And the days of weeping for him were over. Joseph addressed Pharaoh's court, saying, if I have found favor in your eyes, please speak to Pharaoh as follows. My father bound me by an oath, saying, I am about to die in the grave that I purchased for my brother and dug for myself in Canaan. There you must bury me. So allow me to go to Canaan. Pharaoh replied, go up to Canaan and bury your father as he had you swear. He went up toward Canaan to bury his father, and with him all the Pharaoh's courtiers, the elders of his court, and all the elders of Egypt. Followed by all of Joseph's household, his brothers, and his father's household. Let their small children, their flocks, and their cattle in Goshen. Chariots and horsemen also went up with him, a very sizable retinue. They conducted a great and solemn ceremony of lamentation, and Joseph ordained a 7-day mourning period for his father. So, quite a powerful and influential man. What an influential people. Saved Egypt and saved the world.
Yeah, we had Jimmy Carter dying.
Yes, we did.
So there's that.
Good man, lousy president.
Correct.
Oslo, yeah, there's just stuff that so much, and we're going to bring peace to the Middle East, and yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all
the Arabs,
suckers.
The Arabs said, we can write a check so big your bank will bounce. Carter said, do it. They did it. I remember that well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's when inflation and all that, you started hearing about inflation and gas, every 3 days. It's like every odd days. If you have an odd license plate number, you could get gas in one day. And the next day, if you had an even number, you had to get gas. Yeah, that was fun. We had lines backed up.
Yeah. I was just born at that time as they were starting to come out of it, but yeah, and a depressing guy at that. He'd interrupt movies at night on TV, and there weren't much to do on TV. There were 3 channels. He'd interrupt one of them just to tell everybody how bad everything's going and how America needs to stop being gluttonous and happy.
Yeah, okay.
Ronald Reagan came in with a campaign, "It's Morning in America." And that sparked something. I think we got that a little bit of that with Trump, of the Morning in America. It could be great. He thinks big. He thinks right. He ain't the greatest guy. He's a freaking politician. He's not a politician, I guess, but at this point he is. He's human. You don't elect the guy you have beer with. You hire the contractor who knows how to build a house, and if he and his buddies are cussing and telling bad jokes, so what? You're getting a good roof. You're getting a good addition to your house. Your car's being worked on well. Then he says bad things. I heard him make a gay joke. Which Donald Trump never did, but you know what I mean. But here's what we mean. Here's what we mean. That's just, they don't get it. They still don't get it. I don't know. I'd hate for tragedy to have to bring us together or to wake us up. But I guess that's what it's going to have to take. That's too bad. That's too bad. Really, to all the folks out there in California, I pray for your survival, and I pray for your eyes to be opened, and your heart to swell and your head to shrink. That means all the stuff in it, like your stupid ideas and your stupid politics. They're bad, Southern California. They've been bad for a long, long time. You got a governor that makes Trudeau look masculine. Come on, y'all. You can do better than that. Not the nicest guy and a horrible leader, just like the mayor and just like that fire chief. Go check out the fire chief of LA County, installed about three years ago. Her one main concern was DEI all the way. There are 300 firefighters, but only 100 of them, it's in the newscast, are women. And she's willing to change that because, by golly, that was her thing. Didn't fill the reservoirs. It's almost like they wanted to burn them up. I would hate to think that. God forbid, that's the truth. They say don't chuck up to evil intent, which you can chuck up to incompetence.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
Yeah. Not my monkey, not my circus.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. You guys are probably pretty preppy up there, especially with the winters you all prepare for.
Yeah,
No?
y'all got more snow than we did.
Oh yeah, we did get. It would take a blizzard to keep me from going to work.
Right.
I was sliding on the road and just did not feel secure, safe at all. Couldn't see. It was rough. We had a rough couple of days. Up here, single digit temperatures in the day, that kind of stuff.
Yep. Yeah, we're having a heat wave. It's actually up to 23 right now.
Yeah. It was 27 yesterday. I was getting in the car and I'm like, I could handle this. Is it baseball season already?
That's right.
I left my glasses in the car.
Good going.
So, yeah. I'm going to see if I can up the text here. Just a second. Text size. There we go. Okay. Haftorah reading. What do you say, Rosalie?
Good about
Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Malachim 1, 1 Kings chapter 2. Am I reading this or you?
I can read it. If you want to read it, you're welcome to it.
Okay, well, I don't know. I haven't read it, so. Okay, I'll go for it. And the days of David drew near that he should die, and he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way, where to go? I go the way of all the earth. You shall be strong, therefore, and show yourself a man. And keep the charge of the Lord your God to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments, his judgments and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses, that you may prosper in all that you do wherever you turn. That the Lord may continue his word which he spoke concerning me, saying, if your children take heed to their way, to walk before me in truth with all their heart and with all their soul, there shall not fail you, said he, a man on the throne of Israel. Moreover, you shall also know that Joab the son of Zeruiah did to me, and what he did to the two captains of the hosts of Israel, to Abner the son of Ner, and to Amasa the son of Jether, whom he slew, and shed the blood of war in peace, and put the blood of war upon his girdle that was about his loins, and in his shoes that were on his feet. And you shall do according to your wisdom, and do not let his hoary head go down to the grave in peace. But show kindness to the children of Barzillai the Gileadite, and let them be of those that eat at your table, for so did they befriend me when I fled from Absalom your brother. And behold, there was with you Shimei, the son of Gera, the Benjaminite of Baruim, who cursed me with a grievous curse on the day that I went to Manaheim. And he came down to meet me at the Jordan. And I swore to him by the Lord, saying, I will not put you to death with the sword. And now hold him not guiltless, for you are a wise man, and you shall surely know what you ought to do to him, and you shall bring his hoary head down to the grave with blood. And David slept with his fathers and was buried in the city of David. And the days of David reigned over Israel were 40 years. 7 years he reigned in Hebron, and in Jerusalem he reigned 33 years. And Solomon sat upon the throne of David his father, and his kingdom was firmly established.
Just as Israel established his nation.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
I don't think there's anybody else in history who ever danced with Torah or danced with the Ark. I know we danced with the scroll, but David, he was dancing on the street, among us, normal folks. dancing wildly where his clothes were almost falling off. His wife gave him crap about it later, but he's and the ark began to dance with him. He was so happy to bring the ark to a final resting place.
Right.
That's my kind of king.
Yep.
That's my kind of king.
Cool. Cool.
Oh, huh.
Cool.
I look into the meaning of the word, into the Hebrew etymology of Gera. It's spelled, Gimel Resh Aleph. The name of Gera is used in the Hebrew Bible to refer to the Benjamites, specifically an ancestor of several notable figures within the tribe of Benjamin. It just, Ger. It's in there. I don't have to look that up. Something to think about. Something that, if you know what's going on with that name, with that word, let me know. In the comment section below, or you can email me, jamestheidolsmasher@gmail.com. Rosalie, is there anything you have to say? Oh, I was going to ask you. If you like, I can my being in show business, my family, I could get you like maybe a wig that's made of yarn.
You need to quit.
And maybe some pink.
Yeah. Oh, so good. So now I'm going to look like, instead of a Cabbage Patch Kid, I'm going to look like Wendy's. Okay.
Oh, the Cabbage Patch Kid. Well, Well, the older ones had yarn hair.
Yeah.
We'll get you. Sorry.
No, you're not. That's all right. That's all right. I'll get that. You just wait.
Oh, great.
No, I'm kidding. Come on.
Anything before we wrap up our little meeting for tonight?
No, pray for everybody that there's no more deaths in California and that the fires end soon.
Amen.
It's just on time for the earthquakes to hit on the 13th.
Yeah, we're gonna make room
with all the planets aligning. Yeah, that's not gonna be. Yeah, it's probably a blessing to burn the damn city down. At least they're not gonna have it falling on their heads. It might be a blessing. You never know.
Oh my goodness. Well, you want a new crop,
hey.
You got to burn the earth.
That's right. Right.
But
so that means wine's going to go up. Oh, if they're in that area, if there's wineries in there, oof. I like California wines anyway. I am not a California wine person.
No. I like California girls. I'm kidding. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, we're heading out of here. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back here next week, every Thursday, right here on Rumble, also on X and YouTube, and maybe on Facebook tonight. We'll see if I think it might have failed again, but hey, the thing is, the cameras worked, the microphone worked. It didn't take me 6 to 15 minutes to figure it out. So we'll do it again, and we'd like to hear from you. You're always welcome here in this. Is why we do this. Is we like to have discussions. Talking Bible, all things biblical.
Oh, shoot. Have you heard from Carla?
Put that down yet. I have not heard from Carla.
I haven't either. She's out in that area, isn't she?
Oh, is she?
LA, yeah.
I have to check out. Okay, she was LA. I thought she was Arizona. Okay.
California, dude.
Well, for everybody out there, if you know anybody out there, keep in touch.
Yeah,
because they're making people get out of their cars and run to survive. So
I know that's horrible. Yep.
We'll get you out of here. We're gonna wrap it up. Put the slate up. Shabbat shalom, y'all. Have a good one.
Shabbat shalom.